The more that I go throughout life, the more that I realize your knowledge and your skills can only take you so far. Of course, it's good to be knowledgeable, it's good to have skills, of course, but your confidence and who you know will take you into rooms that you never dreamed of. They will have you meeting people that you never even thought you'd meet. As someone who used to be very shy, very easily intimidated, very quiet, I knew back then, when I was a kid, that I hated being shy. I hated not being able to talk to people the way that I wanted to, but I just didn't have that confidence. I didn't have that charisma to actually make me bold enough to talk to people. And I'm here to tell you, girl, break out them chains. If you do not get over yourself and be willing to I don't know, look stupid, be willing to be rejected. If you're not willing to do it, you're never gonna grow, you're never gonna elevate, okay? You're gonna be at the same level because you're too scared to do something that if somebody else did it, who's not too scared, now they got that job. Now they're talking to that person that you want to talk to, but you was too scared. And like I said, from a young age, this was something that I knew that I didn't like about myself. And I was like, okay, how am I gonna change this? And let me tell you right now, you cannot just wish upon a star and hope that one day you're gonna be confident. No, you have to actually get out there and be bold. You can pray for boldness a million times, but unless you actually go out and do the things that scare you, you're never gonna be bold. That's what it takes. Confidence comes after action. I saw this in an Instagram reel. This girl was saying confidence comes after action. You can't just, oh, I'm confident. That's not how it works. You gotta do the things that scare you. You gotta put yourself out there, and then that's how you become confident. And that is obviously a lot easier said than done. It took me years of forcing myself, of putting myself out there and just forcing myself to be okay, you know what? Who cares? I'm gonna talk to this person. I'm gonna force myself to talk to this stranger, I don't care. Because that's really how you have to do it. You just have to force yourself, and you have to do it scared, because if you don't, you're not gonna grow. You're not gonna build that muscle that teaches you hey, this actually isn't so bad. If you never do it, you're not gonna know that it's not that bad. I used to watch these YouTube videos. There's this channel called Charisma on Command, and I love it. It is one of my favorite channels for teaching you how to talk to people, teaching you what to do and what not to do, what to say and what not to say. And it's just so helpful. And like the channel name, Charisma on Command, all of us have that charisma deep inside of us, and you know that you want to bring it out. You just have to literally reach your hand in and come out. And there was something I heard one time, and it was pick someone, it can be a celebrity, it can be someone in your real life that you really admire. You love their personality, you love how they carry themselves, you love their confidence. Pick them, find them, and just pick the traits that you like. What is it that you like about them? What is it exactly about their confidence that makes you wish that you could move that way? And then you just do that. You just emulate that. And I know that sounds dang, I gotta copy somebody else. I wanna be myself. Girl, well, clearly being yourself ain't working. I don't know. I love the term be yourself, but at the same time, this is gonna sound so bad, but if yourself is not someone that you like or someone that other people like, why would you wanna keep being that? You know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing. I think the term should be learn yourself and grow yourself. Okay, because if I were to just be myself, I would still be shy to this day. I still wouldn't know how to talk to strangers. I still wouldn't be able to go on solo trips. If I was to just be myself, I wouldn't have become the woman that I love, know and love today. I really hope that came off the way that I wanted it to. It doesn't sound like I'm shaming people for being themselves. That's not what I meant. So for me, that person was Keke Palmer. Oh, I literally love her so much. Her charisma is off the charts, off the chain. She was the first person that I instantly thought of when I heard that, because she just has this confidence that cannot be faked. Okay, she just has this innate beauty that shines in every room that she steps in. And I love that, as black women, we're taught, you gotta code switch, you gotta, I don't know, do all these things. I feel like Keke Palmer never code switches. And of course she's in entertainment, so it's a lot easier for her to do that. I'm not saying that code switching is necessarily bad. I understand sometimes it's just a survival skill. But I just love that she is completely herself in every single room that she steps in. And that is something that I aspire to be. To this day, I still continue to aspire to that. There are some people that love to tell you how confident they are and love to brag about how cool they are or funny they are or whatever. Keke Palmer is one of those people that it just oozes out of her. She don't even have to say nothing. It's a quiet confidence. Especially when she walks in the room, as soon as she opens her mouth, you just know that she's confident because of how she carries herself. She don't have to tell you, it's obvious. And whoever that you pick, that person that you admire, that you want to emulate, you just have to remember, as my African parents would say, do they have two heads? No, like whatever they're doing is not impossible. You know, if they can do it with their one head and their one heart and their two eyes, then you can do it with all of those same things, okay? You don't need some special potion or like you don't need anything other than what God has already given you to do what they're doing, to be the person that you want to be. And remember, when you're confident, it's literally like having a cheat code because you're gonna do things that you're gonna, go to that job interview and just like get the job just because of your belief in yourself. Okay, because just think about it. If you're a hiring manager and somebody's like, yeah, I might not have experience, but I know that I can do this. I'm a fast learner. Like, I love, being under direction. Like, you're going to hire that person who believes that they can do it versus somebody who might have so much experience, but then in their interview, they're like, yeah, so, yum, 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 yum. Girl, you worked at Duke University. Act like it. And like for me, I currently work at a medical school, and this was my first like big girl job. And I was a little nervy. I was a little nervy in the interview, I'm not gonna lie. Especially because after reading the job description, I knew that I really wanted this job. But guess what else I knew? I knew that I had to show them that I deserved the job, okay? Because I knew fresh out of university, like I don't have a lot of I don't have any experience, okay? In the real world and the big girl jobs, what like if we're just talking about that, I didn't have much to offer in that realm. But I knew I could use my basketball experience and be like, I am a team player, y'all. Okay, I am a team player. I'm gonna get the job done. And not only am I gonna get my job done, I'm gonna help other people get their job done. Like I was just so confident in everything because guess what? You might not have the experience, but you have your experience. Okay? No matter what you're applying for, no matter what you're trying to do, you have some life experience that you can always connect it to. Oh, I love to use the basketball card, okay? Because that applies to so many things. I know how to work well under pressure. I know how to work with people from different countries, different backgrounds. I know how to respect people's cultures. Like there's so many things that it can relate to. And I know we haven't all played college basketball, but we've all done something, okay? We all have something that makes us different and that gives us an edge. When you really think about it, basketball is not like that special in the grand scheme of things, but no matter what it is, I made it sound special. Okay, I made it sound like it was the most revolutionary thing on this planet. Me playing basketball was like, y'all are getting a celebrity. Like I made it sound like it was the best choice they could ever make choosing me. And so that's what you have to do. I don't care if you've only worked at Chili's and you're trying to apply for Google. You better tell them, hey, I was the best server Chili's ever saw, okay? I was clearing out my tables and I was helping people clear their tables, I'm dedicated. I care about my customers. I always wanted to give a good customer service experience. Like you can always turn whatever it is, your life experience, into something that sounds just so amazing and so great, because it is. We're all so amazing and so great in our own ways. And you have to always know your worth. Okay, always, 24/7. Just because you may not have done what other people are doing doesn't mean that you're not worthy of that job. Just because you don't have as much experience doesn't mean you're not worthy of that position. Don't ever let people question you because they're like, ooh, are you sure you can do that? Are you sure? People love to doubt you when it's something that they know that they can't do. Okay, so they love to be like, that doesn't sound realistic. It's not realistic for you. For you. You have got to believe in yourself. Okay, believe in yourself. Because if you don't, like, who's gonna believe in you if you don't even believe in yourself, You have to trust and believe in yourself first, and then the world will follow suit. And I know it can be hard, like, trust me, I have had so many moments where I talked so bad to myself, and I was just like so mean to myself for no reason. And it's hard, especially once you're already in that hole, it's hard to like bring yourself back out. But trust and believe that one day you're just gonna get sick of beating yourself up. You're gonna get sick of like talking to yourself so rude, talking to yourself like trash. Like one day you're just gonna get sick of it enough to the point where you're like, okay, I have to make a change. I just literally have to. One day you're gonna get so bored of your old life, you're gonna get so bored of not taking risks and being scared that one day you're just gonna be like, okay, it's time. I have awakened. I have arisen. Moral of the story is don't be afraid to be who you are and just put yourself out there. Because guess what? Who cares if people are talking about you? There's people talking about you. Guess what? Guess what? Right now, this exact second. Who cares? Is it affecting your day-to-day life? Absolutely not. When you are confident and just good with who you are, it's gonna ooze out of you, okay? It's gonna start coming out of them veins, and one day, everyone's gonna be like, wow, she is really cool. Wow, she is really pretty. Like, that's another thing that I've learned. Being attractive really doesn't even matter in the grand scheme of things, okay? Because you could be the prettiest person in the room. If you don't believe it, it's kind of like, oh, yikes. Sorry, girl. Like even me today, I bought this outfit at Burlington. Y'all can't see the full thing. It's a cute dress. You know, I wasn't certain of it. I was in the dressing room and I was like, it's kind of giving grandma. But then I was like, wait, I'm gonna be in the dress. It's not gonna be a grandma in the dress. It's gonna be me. And even if I was a grandma in the dress, I'd still be rocking it. You know what I mean? Like you just have to believe. Like when I'm wearing this dress, I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna strut like I mean it and free my mind. So it doesn't matter what other people think about the dress because I'm the one wearing it. I'm the one who believes that I'm embodying Naomi Campbell. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you look like, what you've done in the past. It just matters what you do today. It matters how you strut like you mean it today. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Keep being confident, keep being beautiful. You got this. Bye.